Hey everyone, welcome back to Love and Fight Studios.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're getting ready to learn, but we are getting ready to learn something new.
Yeah. Very excited, you
Yes.
promise.
Yes, I love it. I love
You
it.
say that every time.
I can't help it.
You're
I
excited every time?
Yeah.
All right. God does all hey guys, God does all kind of crazy stuff right with us. And we apply it, whether it's a dream or the word or something crazy you said or did or I did, right?
Yep.
So I was reading something the other day, and it popped up. I'm just going to read it, the first part, and then I see what you think.
Okay.
Psychology says people who clean as they cook instead of leaving everything for the end display these 8 distinctive traits. Now, what's so funny about this is me and my mom, we talk about this all the time. Her kitchen and how she operates, and I'm not going to go into that, versus when I do it, which I'm a clean as I cook. What are you?
Clean as I cook.
Is that
Now,
because you're in the, no, yeah, so break that down a little bit because I don't remember that.
Not before God. Before God, it was a hot mess. And even the first year and a half, I really didn't start pulling this together till like the last 6-7 months.
Okay, and what made you do it then before I go and tell it?
So I would have to say that the things that he was working on with me, in my mind, the way it worked, the things in my life, the things I was responsible for, all the different things that we were trying to do, he just knocked things off the list, knocked things off the list, kept taking things down. We're not doing that. We're shifting, we're moving, we're doing, we're going. And then just out of the blue one day, I started doing it. And I looked around, and I was like, holy mackerel, this looks good. Yeah, let's do this. And then I started cleaning and organizing as I went. So it was a process. But
the process, what do you mean by that? Would I say something, or would he say something like, pick that up when you're cooking this, or do this? What do you mean the process? Can you give us, or you don't know? It's just everything.
It just happened. I can't even say that anything in particular happened. It was just, I believe it was the spiritual growth in my mind correlated with how I acted in the natural.
But everyday stuff, like I said, if God said something to you, or if I said something to you, or a song said something, you would just keep applying those things, and it looked like eventually today, clean as you cook.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
But guys, and I'd love to really hear some stuff in the comments about this, or whatever. So before God you did, and after God you did, I clean as I cook. So anyways, I thought it was a fun thing, so I wrote it down, and I may or may not have threw scriptures in, I'm not sure, but nonetheless, ask yourself, is this you or not? And if it's not you, ask God to help you if you want to change. No. Even if you don't want to change, ask God to make you want to change. And then after you pray that, say, I want to walk in that.
It's so much better. You apply this to your life. It's spiritual, it's earthly, it's both.
But what's the big deal, though? I'm not going to go here yet. What's the big deal? What's the point? Washing dishes before or after or in the... What's the point of it?
It is taking care of things as they happen and as it's going on, and you don't let it pile up. I'll deal with it later. I'll do it later. Then you look up and you have this big old pile, like, I'll do that tomorrow, then tomorrow, and then it just kind
of... So it goes with life, too, not just dishes.
Right.
So really, deep down, it don't really matter when you do the dishes in the natural, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if you apply this with everything in your life, then spiritual and natural in our lives, Christian life, is supposed to parallel. Christ followers are supposed to parallel. That's how he trained me too. And that's what you're saying. So really, if you want to get technical, no, it doesn't matter when you do dishes. But you're talking about spiritual stuff, kingdom stuff, relational stuff with Christ. This is what we're talking about. Excellence and on and on. And anyways, I'm just going to kind of read and we'll go from there. If you got anything or any points, let me know. So let me read again. Psychology says people who clean as they cook instead of leaving everything for the end display these 8 distinctive traits. Number 1, they have stronger executive function. Now let me tell you what that is so then we can understand the rest. Executive function is a set of high-level cognitive skills like an air traffic control system for the brain that helps you manage tasks, plan, focus, remember details, and control impulses to achieve goals. That's an executive function, so keep that in mind. Okay, I said they have stronger executive function. People who clean as they cook demonstrate what psychologists call superior executive function. The mental skills that include working memory, flexible thinking, and self-control. Who knew that you leaving the dishes piled up speaks volumes about you in the spirit? Can you see it though? Your before and after?
Yes.
All right, let's read this. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows that executive function allows us to manage multiple tasks simultaneously without becoming overwhelmed. Are we overwhelmed, guys? It's all the dishes. No. I love when God does this though, right?
Yeah.
He created our minds, our brain, everything to flow a certain way. And then when it gets out of order or discombobulated or whatever, these are things we can do. We can ask God to help us with the dishes. Like, it's like the Karate Kid thing. Mr. Miyagi made him do this and he's like, this is stupid, I don't want to do it. But the whole time he's learning moves. Wax on, wax off.
Wow.
Same principle.
Yeah.
I just got that right then. But anyways.
Wow.
Listen. Come on, Lord. When you rinse that cutting board immediately after chopping vegetables, you're actually exercising the same part of your brain that helps you stay focused during complex projects at work.
Wow.
But this ain't going to work if you don't believe by faith that what I'm saying is right. Can you relate those two now that I've said it?
Oh, yeah.
But before, did you?
I'd have been like, man, I don't have time for all this noise, whatever. Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da. Excuses. It would have been full of excuses. Why I couldn't do all of it. Yeah.
Yeah. This is what Love and Light think about excuses.
Yeah.
The big X. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, listen though. This is fun to me. Your brain is constantly prioritizing, organizing, and executing small decisions in real time. This isn't just about keeping a tidy kitchen. We just said that. These same people often excel at managing their finances, maintaining work-life balance, and handling unexpected challenges with grace.
How about that? I mean, everybody do your dishes tonight as you cook and see what starts happening to your life.
Yeah.
Like literally, as you cook or as you make snacks or as you do something, just clean as you go and see what happens.
Because listen,
Wow.
we hurt our own selves and our brains are designed to do a certain thing. And then when we don't, it's blocking it, it's stopping it, it's abusing it. And I don't think we see this. God just don't expect us to come to church on Sunday and let our brain worship Him and love Him.
Yeah.
He created our brain for victorious living.
Every day, every moment, all the time.
Victorious living.
I love that.
But then He does it where we can relate. The dishes.
Yeah.
You like that so far, don't you? Okay, let's do number 2. Hold on. Remember, I'm giving you 8 distinctive traits of people who clean the dishes while they cook. Number 2, they experience less stress and anxiety.
For a fact.
Oh my God, do we need that, y'all?
Yeah.
I've never seen so many stressful and anxious people. And if I'm not careful, I can do the same thing. Okay, they experience less stress and anxiety. Listen, there's solid science. Now, we should just be believing this by faith. But just in case you need something like Thomas did, here's you some science. There's solid science behind why clean as you go cooks report feeling calmer in the kitchen. When we allow dishes to pile up, like you just said, our brains register each item as an unfinished task. So your brain, if you got 100 dishes, your brain is telling you you have 100 unfinished tasks. See them details he starts breaking down, and you ever thought about that?
Never.
Listen, psychologists have found that visual clutter increases cortisol levels, our primary stress hormone. Do you understand we're damaging our bodies that God gave us?
I didn't
Our
know that.
brains?
But that makes sense.
By washing that spatula right after stirring the sauce, you're literally preventing stress from accumulating in your system.
That's insane. Wow.
And when it accumulates, that's when breakdown, suicide. I'm telling you, it's so awesome. And I love how God gives us everyday examples that we can think about, you know. Okay, listen, here's another distinctive trait. These individuals tend to be more reliable in their commitments. Ask yourself these questions. Better at meeting deadlines. More likely to follow through on their goals. Naturally inclined toward preventative health behaviors. This trait extends far beyond the kitchen. The same internal drive that compels someone to wipe down the counter between tasks also motivates them to schedule regular checkups, maintain their car properly, and respond to emails promptly.
Wow.
Oh man, I skipped that. That's where it come from. Let me redo that. Listen, guys. Number 2, when I said about stress and anxiety, solid science behind each unfinished task, about the clutter accumulating in your system, they possess higher consciousness.
Wow.
Conscientiousness, one of the big 5 personality traits, shows up strongly in people who maintain order while cooking. That's ones I just read. I skipped that bottom part. But listen, why? Because we're going to be told that twice.
Yep.
Because he just left from the kitchen. Now he's doing your deadlines, your stuff. So let's repeat 3 again and pull it together. Obviously, this is the one that a lot of people need to have. You ready?
Yes.
They possess higher conscientiousness. Conscientiousness is one of the big 5 personality traits. He's tying that in now. Shows up strongly in people who maintain order while cooking. These individuals tend to be, read it again, more reliable in their commitments, better at meeting deadlines, more likely to follow through on their goals, naturally inclined toward preventative health behaviors.
Wow.
And then I said, they take care of their car. So now, wait a minute, I thought we was just doing dishes. No, now he's got your car so it don't blow up because you're taking good care of it, right? Regular checkups with the doctor. Nothing really happens because you're up on it, right? What else? Emails promptly. Like I missed an email one time that was a disaster I had to go through because I missed it. So these kind of things. This is all what dishes can do.
Wow.
It's just an example, which I'm sure God could give us a bunch of ones in our everyday life. But this is some starting places that we can. Because sometimes for people, when they come to God, they feel like they got to change or they can never sin again. You know what I mean? There's just a lot of responsibility to that or being overwhelmed. But if you, like you said, tonight, just start in your kitchen and see where you're at and just start there. And watch then what it does spiritually.
Yeah.
Whatever we got to do to be able to do whatever we got to do, right? Let's do number 4. They demonstrate superior impulse control. That's one of the fruit of the Spirit too. Self-control. You think we got a problem in that area?
A lot of problems.
Individually and nationally, globally?
Everywhere.
Big time, right? Okay, they demonstrate superior impulse control. Leaving the dishes for later feels easier in the moment. But people who clean as they go consistently, I love that word, consistently choose the slightly harder immediate action over the tempting postponement. Studies, we're back on studies, on self-control from the American Psychological Association reveal that this type of consistent impulse management strengthens our overall willpower muscle.
Let's think about when you put something in the crock pot.
Uh-oh.
Yep, and you cook it all day, and you got food at night, and everybody's fed, and you're tired. How long do you think it'll take you to cook, to clean that crock pot right after dinner, versus waiting until it's all hardened, caked on, baked on the next day? So that little 5-minute job is now even going to take you like 30 minutes the next day, because now it's caked on, baked on, it's worse. If you take care of it when it's small, it's small. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, and imagine now they listening to you and they start applying that, and watch how it flows over to the spiritual.
Yep. Yep. Wow.
That's good. Every time you resist the urge to leave that pan, just for now, you're building mental strength that serves you in countless other areas. Think about how this translates to other choices. Saving money instead of impulse buying, exercising when you'd rather skip it, or having difficult conversations instead of avoiding them. This all helps with that. Because sometimes if you do look like at the fruit of the Spirit and you see self-control, love kind of, then you start, somehow in our minds, we start thinking what that looks like ourselves, and then we're like, oh God, it's just too much. Take a crock pot and do it.
Do it.
But do it intentionally with faith, believing, even if you have to pray. God, I really don't want to do this. He's okay with that. See, some people think you have to pretend or fake it or really have to feel that way. No. Fake it till you make it. You can do that in Christianity. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
I know it sounds terrible, but no. Flesh, you're going to do this. And your flesh is like, no, I don't want to. You're doing this. Period.
God help me. I don't want to do it, but I'm doing it anyways because I know the end result's going to be great, but I still don't want to do it, and I'm going to do it.
And after a while, it'll become who you are. But it's one little task, like you said, and it's amazing. Start somewhere. Number 5, they have enhanced spatial intelligence. What? What is spatial intelligence? Oh, I have it for you. It's the ability to mentally visualize, manipulate, and transform objects in 3-dimensional space. Understanding spatial relationships, navigating environments, and perceiving visual details from different angles. Dude.
Yeah.
God created us amazing. Okay, listen. Number 5, they have enhanced spatial intelligence. Cooking while cleaning requires sophisticated spatial awareness. Why? How though? Can we read it?
Yeah.
Because you're thinking, why would I need to know sophisticated space? Why? What's the point? You need to mentally map your kitchen, anticipate space needs for upcoming tasks, and efficiently navigate between cooking and cleaning zones. This type of thinking involves constantly visualizing and reorganizing physical space in your mind. We're doing that, we don't even realize it. People strong in this area often excel at packing efficiently, arranging furniture optimally, and even parallel parking with ease. They see possibilities where others see obstacles.
Oh, let's just clean the kitchen, everybody.
Right now, let's do it right now.
Gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be excited to do the dishes as I go.
Yes.
Because you know what's happening. You know what's
Come
happening.
on.
I'm serious. Yeah, you do it. Yeah, you just know what's happening. This is cool.
Okay, 6. They exhibit greater emotional regulation.
I could see that.
How do you see
Yeah, I see it because it's like clutter free. There's no confusion. Everything has a home. Everything has a place, and you do it. You take care of it, and all those 1,000 things are not in your brain because you've already done them as they go.
So you're not sad that you got a bunch still to do.
Yeah,
You gotta.
yeah.
Oh, wow. Listen,
Wow.
The ability to maintain cleaning habits while managing multiple cooking tasks requires emotional steadiness. When the sauce starts bubbling over while you're washing a knife, you need to calmly prioritize rather than panic. This emotional regulation skill transfers directly to handling workplace pressures, relationship conflicts, and unexpected life changes.
For sure.
So you grab that knife real quick, slice your finger off. These people rarely lose their cool completely because they've practiced staying centered during small daily challenges.
Yeah.
So you're not freaking out. You stay cool because every day you do dishes, sometimes several times a day. So every day, like you said, it's being drilled into you. Now you know what's happening, so it really is. Let's do number 7. I had 8, remember? Number 7, they show increased mindfulness and present moment awareness. Now think about your mind before and after. Clean as you go cooking demands presence. You can't be mentally rehearsing tomorrow's meeting while simultaneously monitoring cooking times and maintaining kitchen order. Listen, remember a minute ago when I said the executive function? Listen to this. Let me reread it though, just to make sure, because I want this to really stick. Executive function is a set of high-level cognitive skills like an air traffic control system for the brain that helps you manage tasks, plan, focus, remember details, and control impulses to achieve goals. Now listen to this. Core executive function skills include working memory, self-control, and cognitive flexibility, enabling you to set goals, manage emotion, solve problems, and adapt to new situations, even with competing demands. He's tying it all in. These individuals often report feeling more satisfied with their meals and more connected to the cooking process itself.
That makes sense. You appreciate it more. You're taking care of it.
Listen to 8. They display stronger long-term thinking patterns. Perhaps most importantly, people who clean while cooking consistently demonstrate long-term thinking over short-term convenience, what you said. They understand that, oh my God, you did say this. Good job, buddy. They understand that 30 seconds spent washing a utensil now prevents 30 minutes of overwhelming cleanup later. And you had no clue what I say on my stuff.
Yeah, no idea.
And you gave the exact number.
No.
Can anybody say God wants us to get this? That's confirmation in real time for everybody.
Yeah.
All right. This forward-thinking approach typically extends to their financial planning, career development, and relationship investments. They are playing the long-term game in life, making small deposits that compound into significant returns. All right, let me just break down a little bit of each one of those I said on the core executive function skills. Working memory, holding and using information in your mind, like remember steps in a recipe. This is what will happen because your brain won't be cluttered with 100 unfinished tasks. Number 2, self-control, resisting distractions and impulses, like waiting your turn when people cuss you out because they don't want to wait. Patience, basically. Cognitive flexibility means shifting. We talk about shifting a lot here in Love and Light. Adjusting your thinking or approach when things change, or shifting tasks in the kitchen. Listen, here's some other key skills. Planning and organization. Organizing information, tasks, and time. Initiation. Starting tasks without Procrastination, big problem there too, right? Emotional regulation, managing feelings and responses. Monitoring, checking your own work and behavior. We call it self-awareness. Time management, estimating time and meeting deadlines. Time management, there's a lot of people that need that, right? Why they matter. Goal achievement, essential for planning and completing projects. That's why it matters. You got to complete the projects, right? Daily life. It helps with social interaction, school, work, and self-management. That's why the clean as you cook matters. Development develops from infancy through adolescence and adulthood.
Wow.
Did you teach kids to do dishes for
Yeah.
you?
Wow.
You want to do some dishes right now?
Let's get
Hey, we're
knocked
going
out.
to do dishes,
Let's go.
guys.